Okay, so let's talk. So the first topic, is it safe to marry before traveling abroad vis-a-vis marrying abroad? Now, this question is stemming from the fact that most ladies tend to, before they can marry, a man can marry them, leave them here in Nigeria, travel out, try to prepare the papers and take them back. Even if they know that 50% of the chance they may never go. But for the fact that they have somebody from there that married them, they will do that. But now, a lot of people do not even want to, like, if you have to get married to them here, and that means you're taking them immediately. There's nothing like you're marrying them and you keep them here, then you go and work it out. No, marry here, let us work it out and go. But if you know we'll work it out, let's work it out and travel. Then when we'll travel, then we'll marry. So which do you think is better? Getting married here, one of the spouses stay or not, both of you can go together, or you just prefer they do everything together here, then when they get outside the country, they get married. I'll start with you. Let him speak as he wants.
Okay, so the issue here is about the fact that with the little experience I've had about the issue of people getting married and leaving is always that it ends up not working out. Because why I'm not speaking for everybody, we all have different situations, but I've seen that most people travel and in trying to get settled over there, so many things happen. Things like you hear of people get married over there so as they can get papers to get established, and they have persons over here so that they're already married. So in many of the time it doesn't work out. So if you ask for my advice, I won't talk about better or which one is better, which one is not better. I'm talking about, if you ask me which is safer,
yes, that's the word.
to do is to get married there, or it comes in, get married and go together.
Okay.
You know, it's because it's the probability of the man coming when he leaves Nigeria under a very, very difficult situation. It's the things that he has to do to get settled over there may require him, can stop him from being able to come back and pick you up. I've seen, there's a story I know, someone very close to me, who the husband left her to, of course, to pursue greener pastures. When he got to the US, for him to get his green card or whatever, he had to get married to an American. Now, the girl, it was not an arranged kind of marriage. It was,
they met.
He not told the lady that he was married, so he really loved him, got married to him. He had to, when there was so much pressure on him that, okay, bring your wife. He brought her, but warned her and told her to pretend to the lady that she was his sister. I'm telling you. So the lady came into the house.
Wow.
So when the white lady's around, she is the sister. When the white lady's out, she becomes the wife. I mean, so at night she sleeps in the other room. When the lady's not around.
Why did she ever agree to such an arrangement?
People are desperate. People are desperate. So if you ask me, but I've also seen cases where they got married, the husband left, and after a while came back to pick up the wife. So I think I wouldn't say better or not better. The safest is that it's either he gets married to you and you guys go together, or you get married over there.
Okay, before you react, the call has dropped. I wanted to pick your call and hear from viewers. Now, our viewers who are calling in and you want to send SMS, please, when you call or when you send your SMS, make sure you indicate your name and where you are calling from. Then please just go straight to what you want to suggest about this. So let's pick this first call. Good afternoon. Yes, please. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Ireland.
Sorry. Okay, all right. So tell us, what is your opinion about what we're talking about?
I don't know the theory to the China now. I don't know what two people are talking about.
Oh, okay. So maybe you should watch. When you watch, you understand what we're saying, then you can call back and give your opinion. Thank you very much. Okay, so all right. Let's hear from you. So would you let's put it better now. The way he said, instead of better, which is safer. Yeah, so which would you prefer?
Basically, it will consider the legal and the immigration part of it, which he has said as well. a woman, okay, marrying a woman from here and going over there for their papers. Almost about 80% of Nigerians who are traveling abroad have eventually ended up marrying a white woman so that they can secure papers, which is very, very realistic. So sometimes even their wives here, the so-called women that are married here, are aware of it and relax of that. So they want to pretend and relax of it. So it is safer to marry over there. It is very, very safer to marry over there. I would never advise anybody, to marry here and going over there unless it goes on either lottery or probably has secured the papers. Or it goes through filing and lots of that. So unless it is going just there to begin to process the permanent residency, it's not that easy to bring the woman here over there.
I could take years.
The other thing is the cultural aspect of it. Sometimes the tribes are so particular. You have to marry from the tribe. So when we look at the cultural part of it, so it takes. It draws the man in question back because he knows that he has the obligation to come back and must marry. Even when he has married someone here, he's still he's divided, he has to come back here. So I want to, we are getting more civilized, it will be better, people and safer. We say it will be safer than married over there.
Well, for me, I've always said it, even if you are in a relationship, see, kudos to those who are doing long distance relationship. I'm here and you are there. How? I don't understand. But anyways, like they said, it is safer to actually get married abroad, or you get married here and you all go back together. Okay, so let's watch a trendy video. This one, I saw this one yesterday, and it's a man who has cried out to the public that he is a victim of domestic violence. Now, this man and his wife and their children were at Ebuka Obi's Zion prayer movement, where he revealed his plight. Now, he explained that whenever he beats any of his children to correct them, his wife beats him back in the presence of the children. He also said that he has asked his wife to wait until they are alone before correcting him, but his wife has refused to heed to his suggestion. Instead, she chooses to hit him while the children are there. He added that his children have now learned from their mother, and whenever he beats them, they beat him back or throw things at him. Church members are seen laughing as the man narrates his ordeal, and of course the wife also got defensive and verbally attacked her husband before her children calmed her down. Okay, let's watch this video of where this man was saying, help me, my wife hits me and my children are now following her to beat me up. Ima, please play that video. We'll be right back.
Mommy favor, it's a bad change for me. You don't know what it is. Wait, wait.
I'll catch you. You don't marry? I don't marry before. It not work.
Go to the next viral video, and this one is where it's a viral video. We do not know if it's for content or it's for real, but this is a lady asking her husband's brother to leave her house, of course, which has sparked a lot of online debate. So let's play that viral video of a lady asking her husband brother to leave the house. We do not know why, but of course, maybe when we hear what she said in the video, we're able to know exactly the reason why she's asking her own husband brother to leave their family house. Let's watch the video. We'll be right back.
Yeah, you have to leave this house.
Why should I leave the house?
You are leaving my husband's house.
Imagine what my brother's wife. Imagine what my brother's wife. I will put this on social media. Let people judge it.
You stay in about 50.
And so what? And so what? My own brother. No one them can simple.
Don't you have
no my brother can simple.
Can't leave my husband's house.
I put this on social media. The kind of wife my brother that
I don't fuck
that I not from them. This guy
leave my husband.
It's more that I see you. I'll put your social media. Mpona
You have been eating my
and so what? Is all my brother? He's my brother. I'm so sorry. My brother this is early morning. This you can't even allow me. You can't even allow. And so what?
Holiday is over. Go back.
I have come back finally.
Go back to
I have come back finally.
I don't like you cannot stay in my
I will stay here.
You
as
can.
much as I can.
You have to leave.
You are talking
You are
trash.
feeding money afternoon. Like, don't you have shit?
Like so what?
Don't you have shit?
When I was in abroad, men are like, what is it?
I don't care. I don't.
Men and they said, social
media out of
social media because I'm a social media person. And I also
you don't
I will flaunt the respect.
You don't have shit. You are putting it on social media.
I will respect for my husband, my brother. I mean, let you do that post where now you have to face. But you can't post here because I want my brother severally.
You dare not put my face.
If you put a face, what will happen?
You dare not.
Put a what? I'm going to respect my brother. What are you doing?
Just leave.
I want to which house?
Yes,
but for those who don't understand, of course, the lady, excuse me, the lady was definitely asking the husband, younger brother, to leave the house. And from his lament, he is saying that every time he comes home, the lady is always disturbing him, telling him to go, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And he was not saying, but when he was outside the country, sending him money, doing the needful, that would she have ever told him to leave the house if she was in the house? But now that he has come finally and he's here to stay and nothing can change, you know, being certain that this is what he wants to do. Now, my first question is, let me start with you, Pastor James. Do you actually think that, I don't know what went wrong in the house, but do you actually think the woman is on her right, or the young man who is the younger brother to her husband is on his right? Who is right?
Let's start with the fact that the Bible says two shall come together and become one. And let them not put asunder. So, but aside from that, there are cultural perspective to this. You know, when if you're an extended family, the fact that you are married, it doesn't disconnect you from your extended family, which your siblings are part of. And the case of this man now is a special case because he was abroad and he came back home. If he had come back home with all the goodies, the lady would have welcomed him, taken, he had, bought all things and that. But probably the guy is going through a phase in his life, is going through some challenge. That's why the woman has turned against him. So the fact that the guy is in a low state of his life now, he needs somebody to rescue him. He needs somebody like his brother to come to his aid. And look at the apartment. The apartment is not a small place, not a room apartment. So it's a bit of a 3-bedroom flat that can accommodate. So for a while till the guy picks up, you can't put the guy on the street. So I'm of the opinion that at least one thing about the woman is that if the table were to be turned, if it was to be her own brother, she would have accommodated, pampered him, and guide. So that's why we advise couples to always come together. When you want to have a family to live with you, agree. So it's not even the lady's fault, it's the husband, it's the brother's fault. They need to come together and
agree. This is what I want.
Yes, who lives with us? Even before marriage, they should come together. Can someone live with us? Who lives with us? For how long can they live with us? And that's that.
Okay, let's quickly pick a call before we hear from Pastor. Okay, the call has dropped. Okay, so I want to ask this question. He said something. He said, okay, if reverse was the case, the woman would have done that and all of that. But at the same time, my thoughts are, if really you traveled and you're sending him money, why didn't you build a house so that you can go back to the house when you finally land? So that's my first question. So I feel like even if he's saying he's sending money, he's probably not sending money. Maybe he's sending money to the brother, maybe to do one or two things, or he's just sending money maybe when they need money or they're in dire need of money. I think that's from my own point of view, that's what I feel. But at the same time, I'm still going to ask, who do you think is actually wrong in this video? Who should have stayed away? Who should have accommodated who?
Okay, so I will try not to make assumptions because we are not very much aware of what happened behind the scene before it got to this point. But the angle I would come in from is that who has more right in a home? Is it the husband? Is it the wife? Is it the external party? Is it the third party?
Yeah.
I feel that outside the wife and the husband, everybody else are external parties. They are third parties.
Yeah.
So if you come into a family and one of either the wife or the husband says you are not welcome, we are not privy to why she does not want to. Either she's a troublesome person or she's just not welcoming or whatever reason, once she says you're not welcome, rather than going to exchange of words with her, why don't I talk to the other party, which is my own brother, and say, look, your wife says I'm not welcome. Please, instead of you going on social media and putting on social media, that's to me is even as a man, our ego is not right. You can't tell the woman that you have come to stay, I've come to stay. So yes, the woman may also be wrong to confronting him. Maybe
telling him
exactly who brought him to the house. And I also believe that before a woman can get this confrontational, maybe she had exploited that option is not working out.
Oh, that's true.
Maybe. And so the issue is, yes, the woman has a right to say, look, this person is not welcome in my home. Yeah, she shouldn't have gone about it that way. She could have spoken to your brother, look, your brother is not welcome in my home. And they will have ironed things out behind before it gets. But then the man himself, the brother himself, you can't take this step going online. So you want to judge the woman against you, to judge her in her own home against you. It's her home.
Her husband's house, actually.
It's her home. Look, no. Look, don't say, when you say her husband's house, you are watering down her influence in that home. It's not her husband, it is our home. It is our home. We don't know, it's not about who pays the rent, it's about that they are a family, husband, wife, the children, they have a say in what happens in that home. So if she says you are not welcome, you either plead with her or speak to her husband and say, look, talk to your wife. Okay, I'll be here for such a period of time. Because I always advise couples that try as much as possible not to entertain third parties in your home.
And from the video, he has been doing that more often.
Yeah.
But this time around, I feel like the reason why she is saying that is because she perceives, or she has already heard, that he has come to stay. Like he's not going anywhere. That is where he's permanently going to stay. And maybe she's not cool with it. But if there was aside from talking to the husband and telling the husband, okay, this is what I want you to do, is there any better way she could have gone around it, aside meeting the husband to tell the husband that the brother should go?
I think that's the only option, because I also assume that there is no good relationship between her and the man.
Yes.
If there is, I don't think she would have walked up to him because of the cultural issues and say leave the house. Most like she would have still gone through her husband to say, please tell your brother I'm not comfortable with him in the house. And it's very also possible that this guy may be the elder one to her husband.
Okay.
So it's always easy when you have your husband's younger brother with you.
It's actually the younger brother.
Is younger?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Then my husband is wrong then.
Sometimes when we look at the culture. When we look at it, that sometimes when we look at it from the enlightened angle, enlightened views, we are sounding being enlightened. This is one we can analyze that. But based on culture, especially from our Eastern brothers, living together with their brother like this is something they do. In fact, they go over there from time to the village to bring somebody to come and stay with them to oversee their business from time to time. So when it comes to things like this, considering the fact that it's like, okay, like, let me take myself for example, even let's take this kind of thing. Even my younger brother staying with me, and I know he's in the down state of his life. He needs a respite. He needs somebody to help him and assist him with accommodation. So my wife is now kicking against it and lacks of that. It will cause a lot of confusion, a lot of things. That's why looking at the whole thing, the guy could have done all the things right. One thing about human being is the fact that the guy does not have money like before. We know our people. I'm just looking at another extra level. The fact that the guy, you have the guy, he said, when I was sending money to you people, you were cool with it. Now that the guy is obviously going through something. Now, the one thing about human nature now is that the moment the guy does not have enough money to cool all the palms and lacks of that, now it becomes a piece of rag and the woman is kicking. So when we say culturally, the guy, that's we Africans. We guy as a man. He has a. That's why I said the other time. If it were to be, I've seen this in many cases. The lady will say, "No, your brother cannot stay here." But all around, turning the matter around, our home brother will be there, and not will be there.
Okay. Okay, but I want to ask.
I want to keep quiet.
I want to ask which one, who is more, what family member is like it's easier for them to go to
report the matter.
No, not even report.
To stay with the family.
To stay with the family.
Is a wife's family. Is wife's family member.
Exactly.
This is because it's very simple. This is because man don't stay at. No. Hold on, no. You're asking me that. Who is it for to stay in the house?
Yes.
A member from the wife's family is the wife. Look, I don't want to lie to ourselves. A man don't have a problem who stays in the house. Really, we kind of a person we are. We are not. You're not. We go out. We come back. We just sleep. We don't care. We just move on. Unless if the guy, the person staying in the house is not becoming problematic.
Yeah.
But for the woman, she sees herself as a protector of her home. You get, and it's easier for her to control somebody from her own family than to control somebody from her husband's side. Now look at the issue of Omugo. Let's even go there.
Yeah.
Do you know that traditionally, now culturally, it's supposed to be the husband's mother.
Oh, really?
So to come and take care of the wife of her son during Omugo. Is that what culture say?
No, culture is the woman's wife. The woman's mother, rather.
No.
We talked about it. It's a woman's wife.
It's a woman.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So just once in a while you can just give it.
Yeah, sometimes
Then
you give it to.
Then I've been wrong about this record. I've also like there always be the parents. Oh, okay.
Who came for your wife?
Nobody really came.
My mother-in-law came, so we had 2 children. We gave you one.
Oh, okay. Because women are more comfortable with their mother coming because they can tell you, "Mommy, I'm not eating." No, if your mother-in-law is around, I say, "Mommy, I'm not eating." You know that, like.
And you tell her to go and cook.
Go and cook for me. You know. You get, so I think that also plays in. When a woman feels that I have somebody in the home that I cannot speak to, you can't tell your husband's brother to help you to sweep.
No.
You can't tell him to help you to do things. So you feel like you're staying with me. Of what benefit are you to the house?
The husband. Tell your husband, brother, to be assisting in the house once in a while. Like we said earlier, she could have, but that point you made that time, you are giving a lot of people, viewers out there, a lot of. He said it's a woman's family that should.
No, she said who is more comfortable.
Yes, more comfortable.
Woman, right?
You know, in the home, it's always the family of the wife.
I asked you. First, I want to break this table today, boy. We are ready. I'll ask you a question. If you're supposed to accommodate your family member or a family member, whose would you pick to come to the house and stay with you?
Okay, well, probably because we are 4 boys and a lot of us are mature, we are in our places, so I don't really have much people to come stay with me from my own side.
If you had,
so if I am, we
siblings.
have equal rights. Like one of my uncle, what they did was that the 2 of them sat together and said, "Who come to live with us? One person can come from your side." They agreed. Another person can come from your side. So we have to agree because women take this thing to the extreme. When they feel that it's my people that have to come and stay. I know a family whereby the guy grew from nothing and became a multi-millionaire, such that the guy not multi-millionaire, multi-billionaire, whereby the lady stopped the family of that guy to come to stay with him. And only our own family should do all of them. To the guy, the last guy of that guy, their last one died because nobody cared, for them. With all the money the guy had, he could not trickle down to the family. So lady brought all our family, did a lot of things for them and that's it. So women they have the tendency to do all of these things. So each of them should agree who comes, who does not come. Although, like Pastor Kono said, woman has more, affinity with our own family easily. But the 2 of them, each of the person have the equal right.
Because I feel like if it's the husband, maybe brother or sister, now of course she might be nonchalant when it comes to doing home chores, cooking, even the brother helping out with anything, because they feel like I'm in my brother's house. Do you understand? And that's how I feel that they would do it. And for a woman that maybe she's only patient with her husband, but any other person she's not patient with, she's gonna go at loggerheads with them.
No, she should report to the husband.
Why? It's even stressful. She
for external parties in the house. If I decide on my
website.
Now, but things happen. Now things happen. So in that way, if it's going to be my side or must be rules in place.
True.
If you come into my house as my brother, you must listen to my wife. No, you must listen to my wife.
Wow.
Because it is not my home, it is our home. That's what I'm going to change there. We must make our families, both sides, that my wife's family, know that my wife has a say in this home. The fact that you came home through me do not mean you should not listen to my. If you feel you are too big, you are too.
Pastor, they will say they've cooked vegetable for you.
There is nothing. There is nothing. Stop saying culture. Culture changes over time. It changes over time. So if I'm a multi-millionaire and my people have, why must they even come to my house? I can rent the house and I'm paying their rent. I mean, life moves on. I don't start making personal. No, I'm saying that we all, including men out there, must do everything to protect their home. Look, I know that there's so much attachment to our extended family, but for all men out there, including myself, and for all women out there, everybody, your nuclear family, first priority.
Yours, from a viewer, yeah. Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Oh, please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, my name is Patient Sufini.
Okay, please. So, what's your suggestion? What do you have in mind?
No, this one I hearing this afternoon. I just did that. I think when I want to, I just did that and I listen carefully. So the woman don't get right to chase the husband's brother's house. Because if you come for that family, it's not only your husband you won't marry, the whole family you come to marry. It came for me. The day when I came for my husband's house, my husband don't get work. But the brother, the sister, accommodate them. No matter than they control me. Sometimes weekend, from Saturday or Friday.
Okay. All right. We have to pick another call. She was trying to share her story. Okay. Good afternoon. Please, what's your name and where are you calling from? Hello. Okay. Another call then. All right. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from? Please reduce your TV set. Reduce the volume of your TV set. Okay, let's drop the call. And he has been calling quite for like 1,001 times. Anyways, okay, let's go back to what was it? You are about to, or you're done saying.
The woman made a response.
Yes. Yes. It sounded very good. I want her to finish her story and I'll ask, Ma, where are you from? Because
our job here is to educate. Even when those you're trying to speak to do not agree with you.
What you're saying?
We need to educate. I'm not saying don't help your family members. I'm not saying the lady was right to, and actually to confront him. You should have gone through your husband. That's the right thing to do. What I'm saying is that we should understand that a woman has a right to also have a say
in the house,
stays in our home.
Okay, we have another call. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, please. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is I'm calling from the power line.
Okay, thank you. So, what are your suggestions to what we're talking about?
What I see in this scenario is that the guy has been spending money to the water. Well, I'm not asking the brother. Yeah, you are aware of that.
Okay. Okay.
And maybe this guy has been spending enough money to build a house for himself, and the brother hates the money.
Okay.
And the unfortunately, you failed in that thing at the class now. Ask the brother, where is my house? And there is no house. And the guy now said, I was live with you. There's no way I will get out from here. They want me to leave his place.
Okay.
And the wife now forgot that this guy has intended on. Is now trying to chase him out. So we are to hear from the husband of this woman.
Okay.
What he did to the body of this matter.
Okay.
Before we begin to blame him. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. I do not know if he actually knows, but it sounded like maybe he knows the person because he's saying that. Of course, we heard what he said, but well, if that is actually the case,
the guy said he has been sending money.
But
For what?
No.
We don't know what
it is. To the family. The woman don't deny that. She didn't deny the fact that he has been sending money. You know, women tend to change over time, even as a man.
I think you should be mindful of. Look, I'm always that
on the side of the woman.
No, don't paint me like that.
Sir, before he even hit you,
no,
he passed through me.
I think, you know, if you say the other way around too, I will soon attack it.
Yeah.
When you use the word women, you are put everybody together, and that I don't think that's nice on that gender. I have met nice women who force their husband to bring their brother home, to bring the husband brother home.
And yet they will even decline.
Don't use general words on women. That is not right. Same thing, you should not use general words on men. Okay. Say some women.
Okay.
But you use the word women, you are insulting some very wonderful,
intelligent
women out there.
Yes.
No, that's the issue I have. Like I said it again.
Yeah.
Any man who do not help his family, then God will judge him because you did not fall from heaven.
Yeah.
God used people to raise you up.
True.
Help your family, but don't help your family at the detriment of the peace in your own home.
Okay.
Going protect your home.
Very true.
So I want to assume that before you got married, you knew you were going to marry a good wife.
True.
So if you marry a bad wife,
you already know what's going to happen.
But for that woman was wrong to have confronted the husband's brother. Confront him. Do not mean that she's comfortable with him staying.
Yeah.
Whatever happens behind, I don't want to assume those things that happen behind the scene because we are not privy to those things that happen behind the scene.
Yeah.
The guy spoke because he was holding the phone that he was sending her money. Is anybody to confirm that
he was actually doing that?
Hey, but she did not confirm it. It's both ways too. There was an argument back and forth between two of them. I'm saying that don't use that video to address an issue about entertaining family members in the home. I have said for peace to reign in the home, try as much as you can. Don't entertain either from either side,
so that you can have peace.
No, there are some people. I know there are some people who tend to. There's nothing. You know. There's sometimes you don't even have people to come and stay with you and relax and that. But there's some people. They are probably the lady or the guy in question is the firstborn. See, there's a lot of younger people. You know, or the lady. So it's just about that woman caller said. You know, she had to tolerate all her husband's siblings. You know, there are some family you marry into. They have. You know, sometimes the fact that we marry, some of us marry into families whereby they don't have our younger people to come and stay with us, or all our younger ones come and stay with us. Some people don't have such liberty. They might be a family whereby it's a lot of people have to come and so it's just.
I'm sorry to cut you. We'll continue from what you're saying, your caller. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, ma.
Every woman who wants to family come marry, as far as not ready to marry them, my family to family alone. In case of tomorrow, because nobody knows tomorrow. As you see me, I myself, my husband people, the same one I married my husband, they work, but when we got after 3 months, I came to start that family. He has the dad job. Even the kids are manager for them. And the people are they don't them.
Okay.
The end of my brother just they gone. As only woman out of 14 children.
Okay.
My husband's brother, all of them were 14.
Okay.
They stay with me day and night for years. Many of them for my house, Nigeria, they do secondary school to university.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. Okay, ma. I'll have to cut you. Thank you very much for your suggestion, ma. Thank you so very much. Thank you so much. Okay, going to the next caller. Good afternoon. What? Okay, please go ahead. What's your name first and where are you calling from?
I'm Sonia from Miami.
Okay, please go ahead.
There's one platform in every platform from here. So I almost spent almost 200 so the kids are not having almost 500,000. So now I don't know if you people you know one touch, I'm going to comment one touch.
Okay, all right.
Well, if the money back now, if the woman wants to get the money back, and you see I've already got problem between me and my husband.
Okay. You have to call me back after the show. You have to call back after the show. Just say from 1 p.m. because we can only take calls in relating to the show. I'm sorry, but you can call back after 1, so we'll attend to what you're saying. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. Ooh, wow. Okay, you were saying something, but before you say what you're saying, because we have a lot of calls coming in, let me read one message from our guest. This one says, "Good afternoon, sir Amma. Well done. Amen to your prayers." Okay. Okay. All right. I see you, Modupe. Thank you very much. Very quickly, what are your suggestions for continue with our calls? Because I don't think we can even do any video again. Yes, please.
But just conclusively, each party should just always come to a table. Like the matter the guy was talking about, the brother and the wife should talk about it. The guy should report. It's not even nice for the guy to come on social media
and do that.
His brother, bad and that so that. So he should report the matter to his brother. And the wife on the wife's part as well should take the matter to the husband rather than attacking him directly. Because if anything happens in that family between you and your husband, the same family
will be the one to settle.
They will be the one to settle. But when you have been attacking one of the family, they can gang up against you and attack you. So you should have run something through the husband. So and the guy also should have gone through the brother.
Okay, well, I think we're also saying the same thing, but just in different form because excuse me, Pastor Tukumbo said she shouldn't have done it that way, and of course it's better if the wife's family are in the house than the husband because she's cool with them, it's her family. But you were saying culturally it's not allowed, or culture and culture. If my siblings, or thank God I didn't have anyone that will even come and stay, if my siblings or maybe my husband you are going to have what I'm not finished with my siblings. I'm bringing in cousins and all of that. No, I can't do that. Anyways, we're going to pick this last call, so we'll wrap up the show. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Please, what's your name and where you come?
I'm going to my name is
Okay, please go ahead. We want to hear your suggestion.
If my husband is supposed to use their own wisdom, like when it happens to me, my brother wife told me that I will not stay for the house. I told my brother, when I told my brother did not know what to tell me to leave the house. But I don't see say something was going on. Every day there was quarrel, fighting, and I use my brain, carry myself down. To treat the woman like, okay, let me see like this one, I don't see. All the things, maybe I wake up, fresh water, sweeping, wash the place, do my tea, get me that I do. And see now, one comes to every day, my brother and the wife will go around fighting. I just decided to let me leave the house. Tell anybody, I just leave the house.
Wise decision.
After I leave the house, and my brother was trying to look for me, and the wife tried to look for me, and she come back and say, we are again and still. But today now, both of them, they are married to the income and start no progress. And for today now, I'm gone out later and I'm living my own house.
Okay, congratulations to you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. One last call, please. I don't know. I Good afternoon. Okay, drop the call. Well, I like how this man describes it. I have to give myself sense. You know, when you come to a house and there's always battle here, battle there, and trust me, you don't even know if you're the cause of the issue. So you feel like, where do I even stand? And you definitely cannot interrupt a husband and a wife having, because they will use you as topic of discussion. You know, Adekunle Gold was saying something that about his mom, that anytime Simi does something to him and he feels like he doesn't want to talk to me about it, he goes to the mom and be like, mommy, what did Simi do? The mom will be like, please, oh, just leave me alone, because when I tell you what to do now, you will go back to your wife and you will use me to cook soup and say to people, eat me, and you will now come back and say, mommy, you think I did not know what you said? So they are always staying off there. So I believe the best thing most people can do is, if you have to stay with your sibling and you know they are married, respect yourself. Once you see the red flags, and the red flag is probably you are not so welcome, I would say you should just take your things and go. And if you really don't have where to stay, you can always talk to both of them. Maybe they could get you a place that you could stay, because it's not necessarily, these people are married. I feel like when you're married, you even need 1 or 2 years before anybody will come start staying with you. Like 3 years safe. Nobody should even come visit. Nobody should know what's going on. Go through your battles, your joy, your happiness yourself. Then when you know you're able to maintain that relationship with your husband, then you can start probably bringing people. That is if you want. But anyways, we can't say anything. I know, to wrap up.
To wrap up, let me just say this to men and women out there. As much as I appreciate, I encourage that we put our immediate family first,
first,
nuclear family, for the peace in our home, guard it jealously. We should also know that as much as we can, let's be of help to those we can help. Madam, if you can accommodate, please accommodate. They won't be there for life. They will be there for a season. Accommodate them. And you that you want to accommodate to, you are in somebody's house. You must find a way to please both parties. That's right. If you know that this woman needs help her, support the home. Don't just be there and say, what's my own business? I eat, come back, eat, just go and sleep. Support. Be friendly. You know, you have to find a way, like the man said, use your brain. Find a way to make woman to love you. It is our home.
Oh boy, thank you very much. Yes, just 1 minute. So 1 minute.
A lot of husbands, brother, they don't understand sometimes the power broker in the home. Sometimes they feel it's just their brother, my brother's house. As we were talking, I just remember when I was my brother. But then we say, my wife is coming. The wife was about the two of them, right? Anyway, I was say, please let me cook rice. My wife and that. So like, sometimes I would say, me cook rice for your husband. What? But now, I now begin to dawn on me that, wow, the power broker, is both. In fact, sometimes the women are more. That's why they might not even be the one having the economic aspect of the family, but she has more influence on her husband. So the brother of the wife or brother of the husband should learn to understand that my roof, my rules. They should submit to the rules of the house, both the husband and wife. You know, so you should get a way to assist the woman. That's why you are the father you are the in-law. Assist the woman in the kitchen, as her in a way, if it's just be your own girlfriend or your own wife, you must assist her. So do your best to
do your best. And the only thing I can say is, even if you were sending money to your brother to build a house and he did not build and he did not build the house, then he decided to come and take over his home, you should understand that the wife would never, even if she was part of people spending the money, maybe the bunch of the money, trust me, she would never agree to that. You guys just have to find a way to go about it. Anyway, we've come to the end of the show today. We're quite interested, even though it's just 2 topics. I tried as much, but I think I would do at least 5. It's just impossible. It's impossible. But anyway, thank you so much, Pastor Tukumbo, for coming on the show. I really do appreciate you, and thank you so much, Pastor James, also for coming, and all our callers and our viewers and those who texted and those who could not pick their call. Thank you so much for dining and sending your SMS. Of